have a loaded Lakers report by Chat Sports here for you guys today, and we're going to jump right into the latest here on Andrew Wiggins. And the latest report is that the Lakers are no longer interested in acquiring Andrew Wiggins in a trade from the Miami Heat. This came in from the Zach Lowe show from Dan Wookie, who's a very plugged-in Lakers insider. He says they're not interested in Andrew Wiggins. I think I can put that to bed. And this is certainly a change in course from the Los Angeles Lakers this offseason, because there were formal talks between the Lakers and Heat for Andrew Wiggins, and there was actually an offer that was presented to LA that ultimately Rob Pelinka rejected. It was Andrew Wiggins in exchange for Rui Hachimura, Dalton Knecht, and a first-round pick heading to the Miami Heat, and Rob Pelinka said absolutely not. And to be honest with you, I agree with Rob Pelinka on that. I think that would have been too much to give up for Andrew Wiggins. Now, if you took Hachimura out of the deal and replaced him with Jared Vanderbilt and Gabe Vincent to make up that salary, that would be a little more enticing in my opinion, but giving up Rui plus Knecht and a one, I would have been completely out on. So I'm glad Pelinka stood firm on his offer and said no to that one. And frankly, I really think the Lakers roster for this next season is pretty much set except for the fringes. And I think until we know what's going on with LeBron James, the Lakers just won't make any big moves. And I think LeBron's going to end up being on this roster next season. So I really think the bulk of the Lakers roster construction is pretty much done. Now, there's obviously unforeseen circumstances that could happen. But as we sit right here on July 15th, I think LeBron's going to be a Laker, and therefore, I don't think Andrew Wiggins is on the radar of Los Angeles anymore. But B-Rob Pelinka for me down in the comment section. Do you think the Lakers should trade for Andrew Wiggins? Should they rekindle their interest in the forward from Miami? If you think they should, type T for trade. If you think they shouldn't, go ahead and type P for pass. Speaking of LeBron James, this rumor has been circling NBA Twitter for the last couple of days. Could LeBron be traded to the Dallas Mavericks? There's been a lot of whispers on NBA Twitter about it, so let's talk about it. Number one, this is the reason why LeBron's not going to be traded to the Mavericks. I'll tell you right now. He's owed $52.6 million this season. No one wants to trade $52.6 million worth of salary to get LeBron in exchange. Just look at what the Mavericks would have to trade in order to get LeBron. And this would be just the absolute minimum that they'd have to give up in order to match the salary and send it back out. Klay Thompson, Daniel Gafford, PJ Washington, Max Christie. Now, obviously, Max Christie came over from the to the Mavs from the Lakers in the Luka Doncic trade. But Thompson, Gafford, and Washington are key pieces for that Mavericks team this year. So I just simply don't think that the Mavericks want to gut their depth in order to go get LeBron James. Now, would a Kyrie Irving, Cooper Flagg, LeBron James, Anthony Davis team be extremely exciting? Of course it would, but it would sacrifice all of the depth that the Mavericks have built up over the last couple of years. And the Mavs feel like they have one of the most deep, athletic, and versatile teams here in the NBA, and that would be just getting rid of all of it for 1 year of LeBron James. Now, if the Lakers bought LeBron out, I think the Mavs would be at or near the top of the list in order to acquire his services on a veteran minimum. But for a trade for almost $53 million and for all of those assets that we just showed you, I simply just don't see it happening. I don't think LeBron is going to the Mavericks. And, oh yeah, by the way, LeBron would also have to approve any trade anyways because he has that full no trade clause. Now, I do think that if LeBron ended up requesting a trade, again, the Mavs would be close to the top of the list. But I also don't think the Mavericks are super interested in doing business with the Los Angeles Lakers and Rob Pelinka after they fleeced them for Luka Doncic, trading Max Christie, AD, and one first-round pick. I sort of think that the Mavericks feel like they got burned there, and they won't be doing business here anytime in the near future. So I do not think there is any credence to this rumor whatsoever as far as a trade goes. Again, if the Lakers did end up buying out LeBron James, possible. But LeBron is playing this year in Los Angeles, guys. I just really don't think there's any scenario where LeBron isn't suiting up in the purple and gold in the second week in October. It just makes sense for both parties to play this year out and then move their separate ways after this season. The Lakers are still built to be a contender in this Western Conference with LeBron alongside Luka. So I think it's in the best interest of both parties, of LeBron to stay and for the Lakers to have LeBron for one more season. That's kind of where I see things with LeBron James right now. We'll get to the rest of the show here in just a couple moments, but before we do that, go get yourself this Lakers sweatshirt right now. It was on sale for $65. It's now just $20. Head to chatsports.com/Lakers sweatshirt. That link will be in the comments and description of today's show. And when you use that link, Fanatics will send us a part of the proceeds as well. So you're supporting the Lakers Report while getting yourself a new sweatshirt for the 25-26 NBA season. Go now before they run out. Support the show and go get yourself a Lakers sweatshirt. Let's get to the latest on Luka Doncic, who was eligible to sign an extension with the Lakers at the beginning of August 2nd, I believe, to be exact. And Jovan Buha had a pretty good write-up on Luka. There's been some rumors surrounding Luka and the possibility of him not signing that contract extension and playing out the final year of his deal. But I think Lakers fans will like what they see here from Buha. So let's get right into it. He said, "I don't know that he loved losing Dorian Finney-Smith. That was one of his closest teammates. He's one of his closest friends in the NBA. And that is like the one thing that I don't think was great with this whole situation of this summer. But outside of that, everything has been positive with his time with the Lakers. And I know he's been very happy, and his representation, Bill Duffy, has been very happy, and management's been happy, and everyone's been happy. So I expect Luka to sign probably the shorter term extension, 3 years and $165 million. Nothing has changed on that front. But I think the whole timing wrench and how this could be just a, let's take our time with this, let's go through EuroBasket, which happens at the end of August, early September, and then let's continue to ponder and maybe sign something right before the season. But whether it's on August 2nd or on September 15th, I think Luka is going to sign that extension, and I think he's going to remain a Laker. And like I said, this is great news if you're a Lakers fan, because it sounds like everything has gone positive between the Lakers and Luka in the front office. Rob Pelinka has gotten along well with Doncic and with Bill Duffy, his agent. And I sort of think Luka, as the season went on with LA, he kind of honed into his role. And yeah, they flamed out in the playoffs in 5 games against the Timberwolves. And Luka did not have his best playoff series overall, but he still showed you over 28 games in the regular season why he is one of the top 5 players in the NBA. In 28 games with the Lakers, he averaged 28 points, 8 rebounds, 7.5 assists, shot a very good, almost 38% from 3, which I believe would be close to his career high in 3-point percentage. Didn't shoot super efficiently from the field, but that can obviously be fixed, and it's a smaller sample size, with just 28 games. And Luka is the cornerstone of this franchise. They have made that very clear that this is now Luka Doncic's team. This is no longer LeBron James's team. They are building this thing around number 77 now, and they are going to build for the future with Luka. And a 3-year deal for $165 million as opposed to the 4-year max that Luka could potentially sign would make sense for both parties, because that would align with the new CBA, and that would align if Luka does what everybody thinks he can with the Los Angeles Lakers. Luka would be in for a huge, huge, huge payday about 3 years from now. So it looks like it's all positive on the Western Front with Doncic and the Lakers. Of course, if we'll keep you up to date with anything that happens regarding Luka, if he's eligible and signs that extension on August 2nd, you know where to find it right here. And if you want Luka to sign an extension with the Los Angeles Lakers, spam those 77s down there in the comment section. It sounds like this deal is going to get done, and it's just a matter of when, not if. So hopefully Rob Pelinka can get Luka to sign on that dotted line. That will be it for today's show, guys. Appreciate you for tuning into the Lakers Report here by Chat Sports. We'll have you covered with all of the latest Lakers news and rumors as the 2025 NBA offseason rolls on.